afternoon, my people. You are all welcome. My name is Emmanuel of TaskPro. Please, I want us to look at a very important area which has to do with NGO, task obligations of NGOs. This will be very important for those in NGO, those that have NGOs, those that intend to go into the NGO business. Please, it is good that you follow so that you understand the task obligations so that you will do the needful. Thank you for joining me. Please, I beg you to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. So we are looking at task obligations of NGO. First of all, we are going to look at registration. After looking at registration, we look at record keeping. After that, we look at filing of returns. So please, pay attention. Let's start with registration. Registered NGOs operating in the country are expected to register with FIRS. Remember, we are talking about Nigeria. You are expected to register with FIRS immediately after registration with the Corporate Affairs Commission. That's to say, once your registration with Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, is successful, what is the next thing as an NGO? The next thing is to go to FIRS. You can do that yourself. You can equally use your tax consultant or your auditor to do this service. So once you finish registration with Corporate Affairs Commission, please, don't delay. Go to FIRS and register. Thank you. Now, we are done with registration. We are going into record keeping. This is very important. Very, very important, please. All NGOs, including churches and religious organizations, regardless of whether tax-exempt status has been granted by FIRS, are required by law to maintain books of accounts and other records that are necessary to justify their claims for exemption. In the event of an audit exercise, I hope you are with me, tax-exempt organizations are also expected to maintain books and records that are necessary to accurately file any tax and information returns that may be required. Such records must be kept and prepared in line with the Financial Reporting Council standards. The types of required records frequently include organization documents, constitution, charter, articles of incorporation. These are the documents, organization documents. Also needed are the bylaws, minute books, property records, that's the property owned by the NGO or the organization, receipts and disbursement journals, payroll records, it is important, please, and banking records, all records that has to do with your banking or banks. They are very essential to be maintained. You are supposed to maintain them. The extent of the records necessary generally varies according to the type, size, and complexity of the organization's activities. So, for smaller NGOs, well, what you have mentioned can be okay. But the larger the organization, when you are big, you have so many other transactions. so many transactions that you are engaging. So all activities, all transactions that the NGO is into, there must be a proper record keeping relating to them. Filing of returns. We have looked at registration, we have looked at record keeping, now we want to look at filing of returns. The responsibilities of NGOs to file returns as and when due and payment of respective penalties for failure are situated in the various tax laws. Prominent among them are the Company Income Tax Act, Companies Income Tax Act, Value Added Tax Act, and Personal Income Tax Act. So we're going to take them one by one.